Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft video. We have done a bit of remodeling between last episode and this episode. We've finally replaced these windows. We've replaced all the dirt with some decent stone. We decided that it looked, well, my neighbor across there, who's also been working on a bit of a different look over there, has decided it looked like some sort of techno something or other. So I came back to this sign, the techno tank. So this is now the techno tank. Inside I have actually built the other two of these brick blast furnaces. I ended up just putting them around the back here instead of putting them over there. And this is the door that goes down to the redstone mine. You might have noticed I've taken away all of the waypoints. They are still there. They're just all turned off at the moment, just to give us a bit of room to see everything. Now down here, I have cleared a ton more space, and we've got a bit more skylights. It is looking a lot nicer through here. And we've got a couple more machines over here. Managed to get the alloy smelter, polarizer, wire mill. Got the forge hammer going as well. Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. Now, in the quests we've done a few of these things. We did the magnetizer, polarizer, and made a couple of rods. I still need to do a bunch of these ones here. You're going to hate this one. Yeah, so I still need to get a bit more rubber to do this sort of stuff. So I'll go and do that probably the start of this episode. I didn't want to begin this episode with everything changed too much. So I thought I would just quickly introduce the episode, come on and show you the progress that I've done so far. We've got some interesting machines that have been opened. We've got diesel generator now. We've also got the centrifuge we had before. A couple of other things have also been opened up. Oh, there we go. Gas turbine as well as a compactor fluid extractor. Awesome. So we're going to make a few of those things anyway and see where we go from there. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do here. I may get a duplicate of this over this side. What I'm planning is this is going to be, so normally when I play Minecraft, I have a workshop area, which will probably be probably this area over here where it's close to my stuff, or close-ish to my stuff. I'm still not entirely sure. I mean, I might have to move this. In fact, that might actually be the best idea. We'll try and move that, and we'll put the wire out this side so that the workshop is next to where my storage is. And that'll probably be the best idea for that. Over this side here, I'll probably put another couple of water tanks. We'll fill out the water tanks. I've got enough room for 6 of them up there. So I may make all of those. We'll get some water piped down, do a similar setup to this, maybe a slightly better boiler. Yeah, we might make a slightly better boiler. It's going to be a few things for me to do just at the start of this episode, though. Nothing too crazy, just time consuming, really. So I might go and get some of those things done, and then we'll come back and hopefully do some fun stuff from there. Maybe start to get some automation going. I'll get some of this basic stuff out of the way at least. What else have we got in here? Nothing yet really opened up in the multi-block goals yet. I do need to do some of this farming stuff as well. Yeah, maybe make some train tracks, get towards some farming. I don't know. We'll see where we go. I'll get some of this stuff done and come back, and we'll see where we go from there. So I'll see you back in just a bit. So I've done most of the things I sort of set out to do. I made myself a little tank over here and put the creosote in it from the coke oven, which I've moved over to here. I've not put anything in it yet, so we haven't started filling that up again. I just figured this is a nice sort of out of the way spot to put it. We've got the 2 water tanks I said I'd put there. That's ready for water down to this area, I guess. And I did move this tank over just slightly. I've got a bit more water coming here, a few more machines. So we've got the basic ore washing plant now. That's now filled up with steam, so we've got a nice little workshop starting to sort of take shape here. In the quest front, I did a couple more of these quests. You can see it's opened up quite a lot. I did the You're Gonna Hate This 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this has opened up a bunch of other machines for us to make. So we've got a basic extractor, we've got the compactor now, a diesel generator, got to make the centrifuge. Oh, we had that one open before. The assembling machine. This is pretty nasty because we need conveyor belts and robotic arms, and the robotic arms are, yeah, everything's just kind of nasty to make now. But one of the things I realized with this episode is I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to just make all of these machines. So, that's the washer. Cool. All right. So I might make one of them as well. Yeah, I'm gonna need a ton of these pumps, so we can start getting oil potentially. So yeah, I need to make a ton of these things because every time I look at the rest of these other quests, you know, I want to get ahead with forestry and farms as well, but we need item casings, more steel, more LV machine casings. These things are going to start to be a lot easier to make when we get stuff like a bending machine. I mean, the alloy smelter is still pretty expensive. The extruder 1-to-1 ratio is pretty good. See, the forge hammer's not quite 1-to-1, which is what we've got at the moment. So making machines is clearly the way for us to get more efficiency out of this. So I am going to run away again. I'm going to have a bit of stuff to do because a lot of these machines need circuits, and I haven't got any circuits left. I'm also going to need, see, circuits, a bunch of more motors, LV machine hulls. Yeah, steel. I need a ton more steel. I've got these. Oh, these have just finished. So I've got this sort of stuff happening now. So I'm acquiring steel a bit faster than I was before. Here we go. There's a whole stack of steel pretty easily. I'll have to come back. I haven't got enough room for the dusts. Yeah, not too bad. 183. That's all right. So, all right. So I'll go away and make a bunch more of these things because it's going to be a fairly boring process, and we'll come back and see where we're at with our workshop here. Hopefully with a few more machines here, and then making all the other stuff will be a lot more efficient, basically. So I will see you back here once again in just a little moment. So we have a few more machines, just a couple. We've got ourselves a assembling machine and a centrifuge, a lathe sitting there on top now. The other thing that has just happened is I've just checked my bait boxes, and I have this pork chop. Should be enough. Yes, look at that. So we've now got all of these. This is all due to bait boxes. I've just been slowly collecting these things, and now I can choose between precision shears, the induced mattock, or the steam loop bag. Definitely going to go for the mattock because it doesn't break ever. The precision shears are a bit weird. They just sort of harvest blocks instantly at stone pickaxe level, as well as being regular shears. But the mattock, because it lasts forever, I think is definitely going to be the way to go. Awesome. So that's another bit of 0.5 done. A couple extra things. More wood. Yeah, sure. So back on this bit where we're up to though. Every machine that I make seems to unlock quite a bit of extra stuff. So the centrifuge unlocked this, the nitrogen cell. It also unlocked glue, which I've got sticky resin already. So it sounds like what we want to do is we want to where are we? Centrifuge. So we want to do sticky resin in the centrifuge. We still get our rubber dust, but we also get refined glue out of it, which means we can put the glue into. Oh, it finally decides to come up with the thing. So we can put the glue into a cell. Now I'm not entirely sure whether we need a bottler or not a mixer. Fluid canning machine, probably. Yeah. Refined glue, empty cell, goes to there. So we might need to get the canning machine. Distillery. No, we don't need the distillery because we can make that straight from the centrifuge from sticky resin. So yeah, in terms of this quest, it might be still a little way away just because I need to have that bottling machine. But one of the things I thought I would show you is if we get the centrifuge and we get... the other thing that I've discovered is this work table. I should have realized this earlier. The work table we made for a quest a long time ago, but it keeps patterns in here, so and a bunch of stuff in the bottom. So I've started using this properly again, so that you can do stuff like, I want to make an electric circuit, and it has all the stuff there. I was halfway through making a bunch of them when I realized that we could make the circuit boards a lot easier. So if we just hit the right-hand side of that, make sure that the fluid auto output is on. Throw a couple of those in there. And what we can do is this will put the liquid into the basic assembling machine. And the basic assembling machine, when we were looking at the basic circuits, this one here. Now you can make it this way with the coated circuit board, 8 bits of copper, or we can make it in an assembler with, if we go to here, some refined glue, a single wood plank, and 4 copper foil, which is frankly amazing because we can just grab that and put that in there. We're going to need some wood pulp as well. So let's just, we'll take that out, It's in the middle of making some more steel. So we'll macerate some of that up. We'll put this through again. Will we get foil or the other thing? I might have done this the wrong way. Yeah, wrong way. Alright, so we need copper foil, which is bending machine from plate. Right, okay. Wrong machine, right idea. So put that there. Now we haven't got our compressor over this side yet, so we're still having to race over to this one to make the wooden plate. Through that again. The fine copper wire, we will definitely use the fine copper wire at some point, so it's not such a big deal. But there we go, now we have that. Now up here we should see, yep, so we're starting to get some refined glue in there, so we can put the plate, the copper foil in there. Getting rubber dust, it's fantastic. Let's grab that. Cool, grab the wooden plate. With a bit of luck, we should be able to just throw that in. There we go. So this is going to be a lot cheaper to make the circuit boards out of. Yeah, much cheaper. It's like 1 copper as opposed to 4 copper. Not to mention all of the wood that we're going to save. Glue, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot cheaper as well, because to make this we needed one of these. And while we get 3 of these, it's basically 2 sticky resin to 1 board. Whereas now we're looking at 1 sticky resin. Yeah, we put 2 in here. So it's almost a 1-to-1. Actually, it's slightly better than 1-to-1 that we get out of that. So that's cool. And now, got the circuit board. And down here, I don't quite have the metal cable yet, so we're going to need to make some more of that. But there we go, cool. So we're already starting to use these machines. In terms of the quests, though, yeah, we might just have to make some more of these. The basic extractor, again, I'm not sure if that's super important at this point. The compressor will definitely be handy. Gas turbine. Yeah, so we might have to start looking at what we're going to do. Oh, dust the ore washer, that'd be better than going to the cauldron. Dust to crystals, yeah, eventually we'll do that. I think one of the next ones we're going to do, though, is... basic electrolyzer. No, what we're going to do is probably this one. The chemical reactor could be a good thing to do. So I might make this. I, of course, need to make a bunch of these circuits. But now that we've got this faster way of making circuits here, it should be a lot easier to do that. Let's just grab those, relay cable, and now, ta-da, we can make circuits pretty easily. Of course, I'm going to need to do, yeah, more backwards and forwards for here. But still, so much cheaper, and we can just put the glue in there. And if we need to clear the glue out for other recipes, I'm not sure if we will yet, but we do have that plunger that we made earlier, which should be able to clear the remaining glue out of there. So I will duck away one more time. I do want to get a few more of these machines made. I thought I'd just come back and show you the progress of things. The assembler is probably one of the best machines to make here. The sifting machine we'll get to at some point as well. The golden lasso we can now make because we're going to assemble it, although I don't have an ender pearl. Haven't really seen too many Endermen. Well, I've heard Endermen, haven't really killed any yet. And then, what else have we got? Yeah, another couple of You're Gonna Hate Thises, which is probably going to unlock a bunch more things. Gonna need some brass, Certus quartz. Yeah, we can smelt that into Certus quartz, or I think this is where, yep, the sifter, which we haven't made yet, or the autoclave that we haven't made yet. Yeah, we'll get there anyway. All right, so I'll be back one last time. Hopefully make a few more machines. I may need to move this stuff across a bit. I'm running out of room here. I might need to reorganize this again. There's more machines than I thought we were going to have. I've sort of only got enough room for another couple here. And I want to put another generator on here. Now, important note with the generator, when I make another one of these steam turbines, because this one's not quite keeping up anymore, I am going to need to upgrade these tin cables to hold the extra amperage. So each one of these will output 1 amp, and the tin cable, we go to here. Yeah, max amperage 1, max amperage 2. We might go to the 4 amps version, just so that we can have more steam turbines at the end. The other thing you might notice difference is we have upgraded the boiler as well. But yeah. Anyway, I will be back in just a moment with hopefully the conclusion of this episode. Sorry, it's been a bit of a me talking episode, but a lot of the stuff is kind of boring to get done, and I just sort of wanted to make sure you guys were across the progression that I'm making behind the scenes. So we'll be back in just a sec. Alrighty, back probably one last time for this episode. I've rearranged a couple of things up here. I've made the basic chemical reactor, which is, now that I've made it, I'm realizing I should probably have made it a bit sooner. So I've put that there, the assembling machine, and then the centrifuge. So at the moment, both of these are actually going to output liquids that the assembling machine needs. Eventually, well, probably fairly soon, I'll make a second assembling machine and have them dedicated, and potentially line them up over there, but the next episode will be probably about organizing power a bit better. So for now though, we were making a bunch of these circuits, and I've got most of the things there except for the red alloy ingots. The other thing that I have done since unlocking that is we can make rubber a lot cheaper now, and that is with this chemical reactor. So if we chuck the rubber dust in there, and just let's chuck some sulfur in there. Let's make sure my door is shut. Looks like it's becoming night time. That's right. So each one of these that runs is giving us like a lot of rubber, like 1200 and something rubber, which is amazing. Oh, and we've got a blood moon while I'm recording. Excellent. So what I do with a blood moon, oh, I don't know why that's doing so many of them, is I will break my door, brick that up, quickly run around here, brick that up, and we should be safe in here. I've been safe before. Unfortunately, it is a bit dark to record with, so what I might do is, there we go, molten rubber, and I need to fluid auto eject to the side, and I've already set that to the side, so now we have a bunch of molten rubber here. You know what, this is going to be really noisy and kind of painful, so I might just cut one last time. I will come back after this blood moon is over, and at least we'll be able to see things a bit more interestingly. No, I can't see anything there. Sometimes I see them up on the roof. Anyway, I will be back in just a moment once this blood moon is over, and we'll continue doing some more efficient rubber stuff. See you in a sec. Alrighty, blood moon over, and we can now see things a little bit clearer. We have our, as I was saying, we've got our chemical reactor going through to the basic assembling machine. We are going to need a special chip in there though, which is with, you just put that in there to get a 0, and I think I want it in that corner with screwdriver there. Yes, 24. 24 is the one we want. So if we put the 24 one there, we should be able to throw copper wires there and have it magically start using this up. Yes. So this is using half as much rubber as we would normally have to use. Normally it's one rubber bar, well, 2 rubber bars go to a rubber plate, and then the rubber plate goes around the wire. This is using 144 rubber each time, which is just 1 bar, but of course we're making it a lot more efficiently as well. in there. So this is awesome. So we're able to get our copper cable. The reason I'm doing copper is, oh no, I've been slowly working through the transportation as well, is in here. Oh, we've unlocked tier 3 with one little lonely thing. Wow, I don't know what I did to unlock tier 3, but we've unlocked tier 3. Okay, tier 2 though, back here. Down at the bottom. This one, so we did that bit. And now 30 tin cables and 30 copper cables. And this is made in the assembler. So let's just... Yeah, and it's not too slow either. It's pretty good. And I reckon we're going to need a bit more rubber in there. So let's just throw another couple of sulfurs in there. Yes, this is going to be a much more efficient way of making rubber and insulating cables. So once those are done, we'll do the tin wires. I need 45 red alloy wires just to finish off the last circuits that I have here. And then we should be right for electronic circuits. Fingers crossed for a little while anyway. And then after that, wow, I mean, we are getting towards MV. I don't really want to do MV yet. I think we're still a good 2 or 3 episodes away from getting there. I need to do some transport pipes. What I'll do in between this episode and next one is I'll finish off with all of these other LV machines that we need. I'm going to need to make a few more. Like I said, I'm going to need to upgrade these cables, make a few more steam turbines so that we've got extra power, probably upgrade the fluid pipes to handle more steam. Yeah, just general expansion and, you know, getting more and more stuff to get this all happening. And then, yeah, we might start looking at, I don't think I'm quite up to automation yet. I think what we're going to do is get our power sorted. For automation, you kind of need the power to be automatically happening. And at the moment, I'm still manually feeding, I'm manually feeding charcoal into the boiler. Yeah, it's still taking a bit of time. I may need to rejig this as well. Expand out this way. You've got to be a bit careful with the cables because you lose a bit of voltage over every block that you place the cable. You sort of need to place the higher voltage machines closer to the generators just so that they don't, so they can actually still be powered. But for now, I think that is going to be us for this episode. Yeah, we can even do the red alloy wire in here. Fantastic. So that's going to be us for this episode. I'll get all of this stuff straightened out for next time. Hopefully next time we'll have an episode where we can actually do some stuff rather than just me sort of talking and organizing things. But yeah, so anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching and we'll see you next time.